Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. I'm your host, Andrea Huck. So good morning to all of you in the chat. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Let me know what you guys are excited about this weekend, if you're doing anything fun. We've got Nyasha, hey guys, Caleb, Tim, how's everyone doing? Let me know. So I am going to go ahead and hop on over to behance.net/challenge/XD. And sadly, today is our last day of this 2-week daily creative challenge. You guys have been doing an awesome job. I've been looking at your work throughout the 2 weeks. So thank you all so much for sticking with me. I have a very fun final wrap-up design today. So yeah. Oh, seeing some more of you guys pop up. We've got Dan, Anna, MJ. Hey guys, how's it going? So you cannot today join this challenge anymore. The registrations are closed. But we will have another 2-week challenge starting again next Monday with Sam Anderson, so he'll be your host for the next 2 weeks. So I'm excited to wrap this up, but also sad. So I'm sure you guys know how this works by now, but if you don't already know, of course, each day we give you a challenge prompt and you can design along with me. No winners or losers, just for you to work on your skills and receive feedback from the community. We've got a great Discord community, so be sure to check that out. Today's challenge, wow, look at all these designs we've already created, you guys. Today's challenge is a fun one. We're going to be creating a menu page for a cafe mobile app. So you can do coffee, tea, whatever. I'm a huge coffee fan, so I'm going to go with coffee. And we're going to use the voice prototyping tools. So that's what we're going to focus on today. Voice prototyping. So if you'd like, you can hit that Get Started button to grab that Dropbox download. That is an XD file of some resources that I always provide you guys with every day. Some links to some of my favorite resources. And if you want to be notified every 2 weeks about the new challenge, new set of challenges with a new host, you can click the subscribe button and be notified in your Creative Cloud app up here. And of course, if you're not already a member, definitely join Discord. I'll hop on over there. We've got a lot of fun stuff going on here all the time. You guys have been super active. If you are not already a member, a few of the really cool channels, we've got feedback channels. So if you want to submit any of your work for feedback, whether you're working on the current challenge or the past challenge, lots of awesome work. I've been looking at all of you guys' links to your work and prototypes and even just screenshots if you're still working on something. And yeah, so just hop on around through some of these channels, introduce yourself if you're new, of course, and if you just want to see what's going on, these 3 read-only channels will have all of that info about the live streams. So that's a bit about Discord. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into our design. So today, like I mentioned, we're going to be doing a cafe voice prototyping app. So we're going to really focus on the voice prototyping. And if you haven't tried it before, it's super easy. Don't worry, I'll show you how to do it. This is a helpful article if you want to read about it instead. Or you can go to Howard Pinsky's letsxd.com website. He has a bunch of great tutorials there if you want to watch those. And I have a few bits of inspo for you guys down here. So this one, you can do some kind of, unique menu on the left or the bottom. This one, it looks like it's like an automated sort of cafe app, which is near and dear to my heart because during my residency last year, I focused all on automation. So that's cool. And the Starbucks app, of course, you can show, if the user's getting some rewards coming up soon. You can show the actual products and like what size. So let those be a little bit of just helping you spark some ideas. And of course, I have some resources down below for you if you want to check those out. These are just a few that I always use myself personally. So icons, photos, mock-ups. And of course, lastly, when you're done, today actually would be a great day to share on Behance. So hopefully you've been designing all 9 of the challenges because last Monday was a welcome day. And if you have all 9 of them, that'd be great to kind of collect them into one huge Behance project as like a use case study. So that'd be nice. So here are all of our artboards. We have quite a few artboards today, but actually like 5 of these are going to be very similar. I just want to show kind of a waveform going up and down while we're doing the voice prototyping. So, hey everyone. Hiren said, I love your voice. Thank you. Emily, MJ, hey guys. So yeah, feel free to design along with me if you'd like. So I've already started on the home page. I've got this kind of, I thought this was cool, like a bean sort of pattern in the background. So since it's coffee, I went with like a coffee bean brown sort of style and different tones of brown. So what I want to do from this home page to the next artboard is I want this whole thing to slide up and then show a few options below. And from there, we'll click on the voice, which we'll get into that. And that's what we're going to focus on today. So I've already got my colors, some character styles, and my components. And as always, I like to drag my components onto another artboard just so I can see everything really big. And yeah, these you can tell if they're components if they're green. So let's go ahead and copy this thing. This should all be grouped. And then we'll paste it on the next artboard. And then all we want to do is just drag it up. And behind that, I'm going to take one of my, the deep brown color of background. And then we'll go into the layers panel and just send that to the back. And then down here, like I mentioned, I'm going to show, I've got a few components. So I want to show some of these options. So we'll just kind of line these up a little better. And the one we're going to focus on is this last one, the voice. So we just need to give the users a way to get there. So let's group those, make them a little bit smaller, make sure it's center aligned. Okay, and let's go on into the prototype tab. And to show this animation, all we need to do is select the whole artboard, grab this little blue indicator and drop it over on the second artboard. And we'll do auto animate for this. So our trigger will be tap, and then we'll have an auto animate action and just about 3 seconds. We don't need it to be too long or anything. So let's go ahead and preview this. And we'll tap, slides up. That's super quick. Let's make that a little slower. 0.3. We can make this like 0.8 maybe. Let's see. And 0.6. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that though. Okay, so we got the slide up. Now we want to focus on the whole speaking voice prototyping. So I want this whole page to go away. The only thing I want to copy over is the background. And then we want this to be pretty, like not a lot of buttons on here, pretty minimal. So all I really need is like a back arrow up in the top left and some kind of indication that, hey, this is like we clicked on the speaking and we're searching by voice. And then I'm going to add some text as well. So we'll say like listening, ... Center that. And I'll make this tan, our tan color. And let's copy and paste that and just give like a little bit of description of what to do on this page for users. This a little bigger. So we'll just say like search for an item on the menu. And make that bigger. And I want to make this like 30% transparent because the listening is the part I want people to focus on. Okay, so super easy. Now let's copy all of this, paste it on the next artboard, and then, hey Robin, hey Eric, hey Cornelian, got a few more joining us today. So what I want to do now is I want to show the words appearing as I'm saying things. So we're going to have to modify this a bit, or cheat a little bit. So let's copy and paste this text And I want to make this 100% transparent, 100% white. And, oh wait. So we're going to be searching on, let me go back a bit. Let's say we're searching for a small iced caramel macchiato with foam. That's what I get every time. So now you know my order. So let's copy and paste this, and this will make 100%. And then as we add on for each of these artboards, we're just gonna start letting more of those words appear. So we'll just start with the small. And lastly, I have some waveforms. This is just super simple, just the pen tool, putting a bunch of anchor points in like wavy shapes, and some of them are, you know, a little less transparent and more. Okay, so let's go into the prototype tab, and we're going to select the whole thing, drag it over, and now we can start speaking. So our trigger will be voice, not tap. And the command, what I'm going to actually do is just say small, so that will be the first thing that we say. And auto animate, we don't need it to auto animate, we'll just do a normal transition. And okay, so we need to click on the voice, and that will bring us to here. And from here to here, these two artboards, we're just going to do a simple tap trigger. Yeah, we can leave it on dissolve, but pretty fast. Okay, so let's go ahead and preview what we have so far. So I'll bring this preview up, and we tap, it slides up, and then we tap on the voice. And in order to do this, you need to hold down on your space bar while you're talking so that it can hear what you're saying. So small. Okay. So that worked. It went directly to the next page. But yeah, it didn't tap on anything. I just held down that space bar, and then it went to the next artboard. So in order to keep showing these waveforms like going up and down, we need to just move them up and down like subsequently in each artboard. So it's just kind of going to be a back and forth as we're moving along here. So let's kind of jump in, zoom in a bit. And all I'm going to do is I'm not going to adjust all of these, maybe just like the top one, because that would take way too long. Let's just move a bit of these just up and down so that we can auto-animate it, and it'll look like it's actually listening to us. And the way I'm doing this is just double tapping so that it gets that really smooth curve, deleting some of these points. It doesn't have to be like super precise, just kind of moving them around so they show some movement. And then maybe I'll do this one as well. So we'll move this up. I'm kind of trying to do opposites. So this one can be there. Move this down. And there we go. Okay, it's a little sloppy, but okay. So now we also need to add some more text. So it looks like it's moving along, like it's listening to us actually. So again, let's go over into prototype, select the whole thing, but this time we don't want to do a voice. We just want to do a time trigger. That's the cheating part, sort of, so we can show this animation. So we'll do auto animate, ease out for 0.4 seconds. And then after that, it's just a matter of copying and pasting and adding more text. Caramel, let's add that. And then I'm going to do subsequent versions of that waveform. Copy all of that, paste it over, add one of the words, macchiato. I think I'm spelling that right. I'm not entirely sure though. Okay. And I think just like one more. Caramel macchiato with foam. End it there and copy that. Oh wait. Yes, that was correct. Okay, and let's go over into prototype, make sure that we have added all of these little triggers. So same thing for all of these. What you could do to save some time is select all of these and they should have the same time trigger. Delay of 0 seconds. There's something different in one of these. Oh, 0.8. So we want these to all be the same. 0.6, let's say. And then on the very end, I want it to be just like an add to cart button. So let's go ahead and copy all of this, paste it here. And we can remove that listening text because we're not listening anymore. And we can remove the waveform. And all we need to add is an add to cart button. So let's make a rectangle, make it tan. And drag this down a bit. And then we'll copy that listening text and we'll just say add to cart. Okay. Yeah. We can make this a little bit less bright. Little in your face right now. Okay, so let's group those. Looks good. And then when we add to cart, let's prototype this part. Just drag that over. Our trigger will be tap. And we don't want anything to auto animate because between this artboard and this artboard, this last one's just going to be a view of our cart. So let's do a normal transition, dissolve. All right, so everything looks good so far. Let's Command S to save and let's preview and see if it looks exactly like we were planning on. Make this a little bigger. All right, so we tap at the bottom, it should scroll up. We select our voice and then we're gonna hold down with the space bar and say whatever order we want. Small iced caramel macchiato. All right, so it's listening. The waveforms are going up and down and it was a little fast, but the text was being added as we were talking, so that was nice. And then we're on our add to cart page. So we just need to add the last page. Let's zoom in a bit and go back into our design tab and we'll add the background. This time I just want a white background. We don't want it to be too busy. And then we can copy over the back arrow and I want to copy this cart icon. Well, I suppose we're in the cart, so we wouldn't really need that. I'm going to leave it there anyway. Okay, so let's copy some text. Make this darker. Actually, I think I'll make this tan. And then let's just say iced caramel macchiato. Center that. Let's make this a little darker. Okay. And then let's copy this and we can add some more text. Just say like, has been added to your cart. So give them the status of what's happened. And let's make this maybe like 20 points. 15? Nah, 20 is good. And I'll bring down the transparency because I want the title, Iced Caramel Macchiato, to be the main thing that they're focusing on. So let's drag that up a bit. And then below that, I'm just going to add a rectangle to show a view of what the product is that we added. Center that. Is this centered? Let's see. And don't want a border. And then let's copy one of our components over. So we've got this guy. Actually, this is not a nice caramel macchiato, really. It doesn't look like there's any caramel in that, but that's fine. We just need an image of something. And then let's copy some beans. And what I did with the beans here, whoops, oh, I didn't go down far enough in the group. Okay, copy that. What I did with the beans here, this is just, oh man, they're all kind of ordered improperly, but this is just saying like how strong it is. The more beans, the more caffeine it has, maybe. And let's say what it is. So macchiato, left align that. And then of course we need to say the price. So like $4.99. Oops. And we'll make this like 15, tad bit smaller. Bring that up. And let's see, we need a continue shopping button. So let's add that. Continue shopping. And then we'll make this just the background a little bit less dark. And actually, just copy this button. And we'll have this say checkout, so they can finish. So this is more of like a preview page for them. And okay. So I usually, when I have two buttons right next to each other, I usually have one that's super dark, like the full color, and one that's a little more transparent. And then I flip-flop out the text so it's contrasting colors. And then one last thing I just want to add is like a plus and minus maybe. Of like how many you want. Maybe just one, maybe 5. And maybe the size as well. Copy paste. Small. Drag that over a bit. Okay, I'm not going to make those icons. You get the idea. All right, so let's save this and let's preview the whole thing. See how we did. All right, tap the bottom, scrolls up, and we'll tap that voice icon. And now remember we need to use the space bar and say small iced caramel macchiato. And it's searching, showing those words appearing with the waveform going up and down. And then we can add it to the cart. And there we go. That is our very quick design of a mobile cafe app. So if you want, you can select as many artboards as you want and then go up to File, Export, Selected, or Save As, and export to your Behance project. So I have already added it into my Behance project. The main thing you want to remember when you're adding new projects is go over to that settings button and then go over to the discoverability tab and make sure you add XD daily challenge. Otherwise we won't be able to find your work and give you feedback if you'd like it. So there is my project. We can go ahead and look through the whole thing. Okay, so we've got all of our items. Let's make sure, yep, we've got our last little prototype. And you can add a little background if you'd like as well. So now I pulled up some of you guys' work. This is one of my favorite parts. I love seeing what you guys come up with. So this is the one from yesterday. This is by Natasha. And this was the advanced prototyping one. So let's see what she did. I'm so excited. And this was the makeup one. Awesome. So we can choose what occasion. Oh, fancy. Oh, you went with eyeshadow. I love this. This is so cool. That's awesome. Great job. And then we've got the checkout. I love that. Great job, Natasha. I think you're watching. I think I saw Natasha in there. Maybe one or two more. This one's by Augustina. We've got, this was the concert app a little bit earlier in the week. Let's see the prototype. So we've got our upcoming concerts. Ooh, this looks so good. You guys all did a better job at me than on those stadium illustrations. And then we've got our ticket. Wow, that was fast. Awesome. Great job. Select the area. Buying a ticket. Oh, selecting a seat. Very nice. And then we see our ticket. That looks so great. Good job on that one. And maybe one more. We've got the teleportation app by Emily. Oh, this looks so great. Okay, we are about nearing the end of our show. Thank you guys all so much for joining me. After this, we have our weekly XD stream with Gayatri, Gaekwad, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And this is the end of our 2-week daily creative challenge, so thank you all so much for sticking with me. We will be back again with another challenge next Monday with Sam Anderson, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Have a great weekend, guys.